Yeah, I'd like to open with a statement. I wanted to say that a young lady named Kendall Bain, who is a graduate of Cave Springs High School, passed away yesterday. And Kendall and I had become pretty good friends. She was a guest coach last year for me. She passed away, lost the battle to cancer. And you try to put things in perspective about life and about this game that we just played. But I just wanted to say that, I know that today's the last month of, October is the month of cancer awareness, but people live with it every day. We have loved ones that lose lives and are battling that every day. And Kendall was a special person and always had a kind word for everyone. And so I just, again, keep fighting, keep believing, support the causes that take away our loved ones, and don't let October just be the month that you talk about the awareness of cancer. So I just wanted to say that. I'll take any questions.
What was it like in the locker room? You guys obviously, that's a big win for you guys. What was it like in there?
It's a lot of elated guys in that locker room. When you can play a close game against a tough opponent, and you can come out on the winning edge of that. This is what you would try to prepare for to get your players ready to play and perform. We did some good things there today. And we did some things that weren't, to our best advantage. But again, we found a way in a tight game, close game, to win in the end. And I'm very happy for the locker room, for the players that went through that, because it shows you can again play. Things happen, you can overcome those things, and not have that here we go again mentality, that you can overcome that.
Mike, Matt has not always this season been able to bounce back when he's made a mistake. Today he threw that interception, but after that he played a clean game and led the team down the field. Was this a step forward for him as a quarterback, you think?
It's about an improvement, improving. The quarterback is responsible for the ball. He touches it 100% of the time. And the thing about Matt is he doesn't let the highs get him too high or the lows get him too low. He responds to the challenge. He was on the sideline there encouraging his teammates. And when you see that, your quarterback doing that, then your players will rally around you. The interception, we do a lot of screens to our backs, and they did a good job of dropping a lineman, and he didn't see the lineman, and the lineman made a play. But he did bounce back from that and used his feet a little bit more, to extend drives, and just, kind of played within himself a little bit. So, again, I love Matt Johns as a quarterback, as a leader for this team. And, we're all going to have to play better to do things that are going to help us continue on this path. But there's a maturity that Matt has that resonates with a lot of our guys, and they'll follow him.
What about the go ahead. Mike, you hold them to 144 yards rushing, which I would imagine would be a season low for them, and force them to throw 31 times. What was working defensively? And obviously you probably wanted to force them to throw it more.
Yeah, the defensive coaches did a good job of game planning specifically for this style of play that they have. Kelvin Rainey played like a Sam linebacker, an outside linebacker position. We switched Zach Bradshaw, Micah Kaiser. Micah was was an outside backer position. Zach was backed off the ball a little bit as the middle linebacker. We played different techniques up front, which allowed hopefully caused some issues or a little bit of confusion as far as the reads for the quarterback. They've been running that offense for a long time, and they've probably seen everything that known to mankind as far as defenses. But I thought we did a really good job today of doing some of the things that you can cause them issues. We wanted the quarterback to pitch the ball. We wanted to be able to hit the quarterback in this style of option, and we wanted to take out their leading ground gainer, which was the fullback. So just an effort, the culmination of effort, game planning, and for the most part executing, what we're supposed to do, particularly towards the end there when I believe they were 0 for 3 on fourth down situations. I mean, did a great job then.
Mike, you guys are plus 13 in time possession against a team that likes to hold the ball like they do. Did you feel like that kind of speaks to the way you guys won the line of scrimmage on both sides today?
I thought that was key, because they are a grinded up style of offense where they go for it on fourth down. One of the things that they've shown more this year is that they will show that they throw the ball. I mean, they'll throw the ball, and that's what we saw today. I didn't know they threw it that many times, but it's not like they haven't. But so you want to make sure that we wanted to make sure that when we had it, is that we try to create those opportunities for us to take the time off the clock and use it to score points. It was disappointing that we got down to the 1 yard line and couldn't score a touchdown. Had to kick a field goal, came back, scored a touchdown, and so those are the things that we talked about moving on and getting ready for the next opponent. Is again scoring those red zone touchdowns.
What did you see on the onside kick? Obviously, you guys haven't been facing a lot of onside kicks.
Thanks, Doug. No, it's the technique is kick the ball hard enough that you look for it to go 10 yards. Sometimes the ball will sputter right there, and they did a good job of shielding off our guys. I mean, we tell our guys if it's less than 10 yards, don't go after it, particularly if it dies before it gets to 8-yard mark. And they did a good job of shielding off guys, and the ball continued to roll, and they executed, and we didn't. Bottom line is they executed and we didn't.
Coach, after the onside kick, obviously they had just driven down 99 yards and scored. What was said on the sideline to sort of regroup for the defense to get a stop at the end of the game?
What you said, we had to regroup. I mean, they had hit us with a couple of, with a formation that had their tight end back to the backside playing a tackle position and then running another guy. We talk about running a wheel route. And that was open a couple times. And then one play, Mike Moore did a good job of covering it because of the defense that we had called. So just kind of reminding our guys that, teams always go back to things that have been successful for them and just making them aware of that.
Mike, you won the toss, elected to receive instead of defer. First time you've done that all year. You ran a reverse, you ran a wildcat, you did some things that I haven't seen you do. Was this opposite day for you? You were going to just do things to try to keep them off balance?
A couple things. Perhaps we talk about the possessions, and if you win the toss, then that's one possession that you have. You're going to get it the second half. But we started off well the first quarter, last game, and we knew that we had some different looks, some different wrinkles, and we wanted to try to, with the formations, drive the ball and give us an opportunity to get up on them early first, and that was a part of it.
Mike, you only sacked him once, but it looks like you had a lot of pressure on Thomas today. Did you feel like you could blitz him in passing situations, and did you blitz more than you normally would?
There were some times, Jerry, that we got after him. We did go after him and made him move his feet. There was a couple times that he was throwing off his back foot. He was running, throwing the ball. That resulted in incomplete passes, I believe. If you look at the third down situations, them being 5 of 13 and then 0 for 3, on fourth downs, a lot of that was, we're dialing it up. They were throwing, and we wanted to make sure that we put pressure in his face. And for the most part, we did a good job of hitting him, making him run, throwing off, trying to give him different reads and looks. We just executed a large part of that, part of the defensive plan that we had today.
Take one more question. We've got a good number of players in the back of the room.
Mike, you mentioned not wanting to be affected down the stretch by that here we go again kind of mentality. How tense was the last 90 seconds for you standing on the sidelines, wondering who was going to make a play and how it was going to end?
There's always, you're always talking about guys being alert and aware, but it's always important also to show a level of calm, a level of composure. Everybody knows I'm a very energetic and passionate guy, but even sometimes I can do better in times like that. And that was one of the things I wanted to show as well, is project a level of confidence, a level of calmness. And the guys responded with the play there towards the end.
Last question for Andrew.
Like single cut, downhill running, that's what you really wanted to do this year. Was this the best example of that, maybe particularly on that 91-yard drive where Albert kind of made that move to go in 24 yards out?
It was, Andrew. It was. And again, you look at the guys who are doing it, whether it's Daniel Ham, Albert, or Smoke, they've really done a good job of embodying the fact that, you know, you can go vertical, and it's okay to go 3, 4, 5 yards, because then, as you saw as well, there's some plays that you can go with the same type of mindset that you can run through arm tackles, and so it was good to see those three guys be somewhat productive today.